Hi guys. You realize I've been scarce lately. I have because I am doing a series on sexual assault, and it was meant to be a series that would take 2 months at most, and then I'd be done with it and moving on to other topics and other things, as I am someone who helps people move on from where they are in their lives and are just ready to go into another phase of their lives that's filled with emotional security, mental security, and spiritual security to just experience a richer relationship with themselves, which ultimately changes the way that they interact with the environment and people, meaning relationships and so on and so forth. That's basically what I do, and that's what I've continued to do. That's my job. So I I was doing a series on sexual assault, and I've been doing a lot of research. I've had to do a lot of research. I've had to pay attention to what people are saying online. I've had to listen to people, listen to where they are, listen to what they're saying, and observe. It was a lot. It was a. I mean, I've haven't uploaded something in months. I think it's been 5 or 6 months. Yeah, 5 or 6 months, and um, this has changed because I I don't know how to say this to you or in a way that you would understand in any case. It was a bit much. It was people have a really bad view of survivors, and many people don't understand sexual assault. It was just discouraging because you would think that as much progress that has been done, it would be progress and it would be visible, but it hasn't. It's yeah. I'm here. I'm sitting here. I'm saying this to you, and there are many people that you've talked to that seem to understand sexual assault, but there are many that still don't. There are many that see survivors as inconvenient, and it's not only just that. It's also um, I've had to go into groups, Facebook groups, to help people to no, not to just help people, but to I've had to go into Facebook groups to better understand um, better understand where people are and the different things that people go through, and it has been awful. It's been awful because there's just one post and over another, just going about people who have been assaulted, and this makes you feel like it's everywhere. It's always happening. You don't get a break to just breathe for a little. I mean, 5 minutes there's a post, and I'm talking about one group. That means there are multiple groups where people are going in and telling their stories, and it just makes you feel like it's closing in on you, and that it's everywhere, and that's the world that you're living in, and it is everywhere, and it is closing in on you, and that is the world that we are living in, and that's a perfect depiction of what's going on in the world. However, it pushes you right up against it, that you see it. I mean, my news feed was filled with people's opinions about sexual assault. It was filled with people who just had it happen say, well, last night this is what happened, this is what happened, and or even people who are just talking about it for the first time. And these are horrible things that have happened to them. I mean, you just, it's horrible. It's just horrible and horrendous. And also the fact that you can't help because you're probably not, I don't know. I don't know. Sexual assault is awful. And the fact that there's only, you're here and these people are saying this online, and you can't help them. You're not an attorney, you're not a judge, you're not this, you're not that. And it just makes you feel like you're in this mist of something horrible, and you can't help. And not just that, just you being a woman, um you being a woman and feeling like this is the world that we're living in. It's kind of like watching forensic files. I mean, every other case is a woman. I mean, it's like what, like, um 5 out of 6 is it's women, or it's awful. And realizing that this is the world that you live in, it's not, it just it's just been really hard. And also, the reason a lot of you probably are listening to this and going, well, you could have just you could have just, yeah, I laugh when I'm nervous or when something is terribly painful or whatever, so it's a thing. You could have just, you could have just put a pause on it for a while, and then um go on to go on to other topics. I just didn't feel like I could. I just didn't feel like it was a thing that I should do. I wanted to do this. And it felt like me not continuing to do it. It just felt wrong. It felt wrong. It felt, um, there was just an order that I wanted to do this in, and not, I mean, giving up and just going, oh well, whatever, and then doing something else was just not what I wanted to do. This is something that's happening, and this is something that I want to talk about. And these are people that I would like to help, and I feel really strongly about that. And so having, it was really triggering, and there was just so much that I wanted to do. There was just so much that I wanted to say, and quickly there were many things that needed to be said that I felt I couldn't say enough if I tried. It's always happening. So it's always happening to someone. I just, it's been really hard. And so it gave me a really real burnout. I yeah, I just then felt very discouraged doing YouTube videos, and stopped. Not really stopped. I wasn't saying, "Ooh, well, I'm gonna stop now." Um, it just, I just, I just never did a video, and I just never said anything, and time just flew by. But here we are, and so do watch another video. I'm gonna be talking about something else in the next video.